Hello, what's going on, everyone? It's KIM in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com. I am currently on Facebook. This will eventually get to YouTube. I hope that you guys can hear me because it seems like Facebook has been having some issues today. I don't know what's going on, but we'll try to go push through anyway. Let me see. Do I need my ring light? Can y'all see me? Ooh, that blew me out. Can you guys try to make a comment and let me see if I can see your comments? I have not been able to see comments before my last few Facebook Lives, so it's just really disheartening because I love the class participation. Anyway, I'm not going to be long. I entitled this, How Can You Stay Warm If You Are Not Close to the Fire? And this is an analogy that we frequently hear in my profession, and it's so applicable as a leader who has people. Like, you do the work of getting people to believe that the solution you have matches the problem that they have, and they actually lock arms with you. And then they disappear. They don't respond to your questions. Not everybody, but just some people. They don't respond to your questions. They don't get on training. They don't apply the system. They don't apply the process. They don't follow the, not scripts, but the frameworks that you give them for how to speak to people. And it's stuff that you have vetted. It's stuff that you've done things wrong so many times that you give them the blueprint. You give them the blueprint for how to do it right, and they just ignore it. They just go off and do their own thing. And the only time you hear from them, some of them, is when they come back to you and say, you know, I just don't get it. My check is not what it should be, or customers aren't responding, or I'm inviting people, but no one is joining me. And then you say, hey, where you been the last few days, weeks, or even in some cases months, as I've been reaching out to you? And this is why some people do not like MLM, because they feel like it's adult babysitting. But guys, as I've told you plenty of times, you've got to pay attention to what people are telling you, not just with their mouth, but with their movements. When someone is not plugged in, you have to a certain extent, you have to let them go. I don't chase, hound, stalk, or harass anyone. Not customers, not business partners, not men, not friends, not nobody. And I know that's a double negative, and I used it on purpose for all the grammar police out there to indicate exactly how deeply I feel about this. That's why I used the double negative. So you don't have to tell me, okay, I used to read Strunk and White for fun. I know grammar. Anyway, when someone reaches out to me, usually that's when I have the conversation. Hey sis, where you been? Where you been? And many of them tell me, okay, Facebook is still doing its thing, because I see not a damn comment, and I know that someone has said something by now, because I attract a chatty bunch. In a good way. I love y'all. I love it. But yeah, something's going on with Facebook today. So when they reach out to me for something, that's usually when I have the conversation with them. Where have you been? And like one person on my team told me last week, they said, well, Kim, I just trying to figure this thing out on my own. And we had a conversation. She said, I've just been getting discouraged because people tell you they're going to buy and they don't buy. I said, okay, that happens to everyone, even me. Okay. When I sold cars, in Nissan, they had this phrase. I don't like the phrase, but I get it. All right. I don't like it, but I get it. The phrase was, buyers are liars. They said, Kim, just remember this. Buyers are liars. And it's not that people lie on purpose. It's not even that, and it's not all the time that people are lying. It's just that stuff comes up. People have more important things at the top of their agenda besides getting back to you about the tea, the vitamins, the whatever the case may be. You never know what's going on in a person's lives. That's why, I stress. I introduce my team to the book, The 5 Agreements, and I harp constantly on that one. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. You have to become emotionally bulletproof. That's not something I say for fun. That's something I use in my business so that I can get the work done. I can't get wrapped up in what somebody did or did not do. Nah, I gotta go on to the next. What's that? Was it Jay-Z song? On to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one, on to the next one. Y'all gotta stop harping on this crap, man. So, but I'm listening to her. I'm all ears. And she was just like, I'm getting discouraged. And so, she was like, and I know I don't post consistently. First step, you got to take responsibility. You got to take accountability. You have to take ownership of your part in the play. What is the role that you play in how people respond to you, whether it be positive or negative? So if you say you know you're not consistent, if you say you know you don't show up on social media and demonstrate that you're a product of the product and you're living this lifestyle and that you're in it to win it and that you're committed to your business and that you will therefore be committed to them too, how do you expect them to ever buy from you? So you mean to tell me that because somebody didn't buy from you, that got you so down in the dumps that now you didn't post for a whole month and you expect people to buy from you? Are you kidding me? I'm not mad. I'm just animated. But are you kidding me? What sense does that make? Because you did exactly what they thought you would do. You fell into the trap. Like they're using usually when people don't buy from you, it's because they don't trust you. Or they may not have the money, or any number of problems, any number of situations. But one of the biggies, based on my feedback from the field, is the fact that they don't trust you. And if people are not buying, if you're not giving them a reason to trust you, then you'll never get sales. So as I was speaking with this young lady, and I told her I was going to do a video about it, she was like, I knew it. That's why I didn't want to call you either. Okay. But guess what? Eventually she had to call me. You know why? Because this is a team sport, baby. You cannot do it on your own. When you join a business based on teamwork and you don't want to be a part of the team, you are going to fail. You cannot stay warm if you back away from the fire. All the information, all the things, all the tools, everything that you need is right there available for you, but you got to plug in. That's how current is transferred, right? You put up, the current is in the wall, and I'm not an electrician, so if I don't say this right, then oh well. But the current is in the wall. When you put the plug in, then it conducts or whatever through the metal things, the prongs, right? That's how it moves. That's how it moves. That's how it moves through the cable, right? That's covered to protect you from shock, but that's how it moves, right? But you got to plug in. You got to put the prongs in the wall and the whole thingamajigger, right? So if you don't plug in, how do you expect to get the current? How do you expect to get the thing that's going to electrify you? How do you expect to get the information if you don't plug in? Literally, like what she was telling me was, when I go on training, it seems like everybody knows everything but me. When I go into the WhatsApp group, it seems like everybody knows everything but me. I said, that's your perspective. That is you doing your best at self-sabotage. You're paying attention to the people that are answering the questions, and you're not even looking at the fact that there are people who are asking the questions. So if someone is asking the question in the group, asking a question on training, then clearly everybody doesn't know everything like you just said. Clearly there are some people in your same exact boat who don't know certain things, but they're asking. But the fact that you show up and you only pay attention to those that are giving the answers, not asking for the answers, that shows me a lot about where you're at right here, baby. That shows me a lot about where you're at. And I told her, I said, and if you don't know something, why would you choose not to participate in an environment with people who do? How does that make any sense? Literally what she did, because she said, well, when I go to the group for information, I just feel like intimidated, and I just be like, oh, I'm so far behind. Okay, so if you feel like you're far behind, again, what sense does it make for you not to show up to catch up? What sense does it make for you to withdraw and do a business by yourself, try to figure it out by yourself, with all these negative emotions you have going on in your own head, instead of leaning on the strength of the team? That's literally like if I wanted to buy a house and I go to start the process and I'm talking to the mortgage broker and I'm talking to the real estate agent and I'm talking to the appraiser and I'm talking to the inspector, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people, they're saying things that terms, and they're asking me questions that I'm unfamiliar with. So instead of me asking them, what does that mean? And then me going to research it on my own and then coming back so I can have the conversation with them so that I could participate in the conversation to get to my goal. Instead of me doing that, I'll say, you know what? Forget this. I don't know what these people are talking about. So I still need a house. So let me build a house by myself. So that way I don't have to go through a real estate agent. I don't have to go through all these people. I'm just going to build a house by myself. So I go to Lowe's and I get lumber. Now I got a whole bunch of wood, a whole bunch of nails, a whole bunch of whatever stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this house together. Because I'm trying to avoid being in an environment where I feel intimidated by the level of expertise of some of the other people in the conversation. I wouldn't build a house to avoid how I feel when I'm around a real estate broker, agent, appraiser, inspector. No, I would just level up so that I could participate in the conversation and get my house. That's what you do. That's why we say this is personal development with a compensation plan attached. And you have people actually saying, oh, that business doesn't work. I did it too. I didn't make no sales, and I didn't this, and I didn't that. And it befuddles me. It befuddles me how many people have watched me over the years completely change various aspects of my life. Now, some of which y'all have no clue about, because I'm not that type of person to throw certain things up. Nothing against those who do. I'm just not there yet. The stuff that I spend on right now, I spend money on my mind. But in many respects, some of you know what I'm talking about as it relates to changing my life. You sit there and you watch me change my life. I pick up the phone and you act so honored that, oh, I would love to be a part of your team. Oh, yes, awesome. And then you do that. And then you just completely disengage. That befuddles me. It's baffling. And I'm not saying that I'm the almighty know-it-all or anything like that, but I'm just saying it will never make sense to me how somebody plans to do something they've never done before and do it on the and they make the conscientious choice to withdraw from the very people that drew them in and decide, I'm gonna do this on my own. And then get upset when the results aren't to their heart's desires. Strange. So guys, what I'm saying is it's a very simple concept. If you're going to do this, then do it. And do it right. Follow the system. Plug in. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's other people in the company. Their sponsors don't even talk to them. At all. And they wish they had somebody that would say, we got a training, we got a system, we got a process. Here's the format. Here's the game plan. Here's the outline. And you have all of that at your disposal when you join Better Bodybuilders, when you join Team Excitement, which is my sponsors group, and you just say, nah, I don't think so. I think I can figure this out on my own. It befuddles me. Guys, let me be very clear with you. 2020 has been a horrible year for some people, for many people. But in one respect, it's been the best year of my life. And my team knows what I mean when I say that. 2020 is going to be the year that my team goes to a whole nother level. 2020 is the year that I make some really drastic changes in my business. Some people are going to like them. Some people, not so much. It's okay. People liking me has never been a prerequisite to me doing what I need to do. So if you hear me right now, and if you've ever thought about joining my team for access to the information that I share, the knowledge that I have, things of that nature, this would be the time, because it's about to be some changes where everyone is not going to have the same access to me as they've had previously. That's not a threat, just a little friendly piece of advice. because in order, like, it's pruning season, basically. It's pruning season. Not only is the company leveling up, not only is the profession leveling up, but my team is leveling up. I got a much bigger team now than I've ever had. They got some big dreams. So we got some big things to do. I cannot go forward if I'm always looking behind saying, you catching up with us? You still back there? You still back? Nah, that's how you crash. That's how you run into something. So while my heart is pure and I wish the best for everyone, you have to participate in your own rescue. You have to. And that's not a TLC thing. That's not an MLM thing. That's a life thing, folks. That's a life thing. If you are in any respect, shape, or form in whatever level, if you currently in your life right now have some results in the area that you don't desire, it is probably because you have not sought out the proper information to make that thing right, whatever is going wrong, or because when you had the information right under your nose, you turned a blind eye. 2020 is the year, though. They said, 2020 is perfect vision. The vision is still very clear for me, despite all of the distractions in Q1 going into Q2 of 2020, Q1 and Q2 of 2020, despite all that crap, the vision is still very clear. The vision is still very plain. What is it? Habakkuk. Write the vision, make it plain. So let it be written, so let it be done. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. I've spoken it. I've written it. I've heard it. I affirm it. The vision is still very clear for me. And if it's cloudy for you, then you know what you have to do. All right, that's it, guys. I gotta go. Gotta jump on something right quick. What time is it? Oh my gosh, they're gonna get me. If you're on Facebook and you like this, hit follow and see first. And oh my gosh, I really hope that all these issues with Facebook get resolved very, very quickly. I'll look at your comments afterward because I could not see a ting while I was on this broadcast. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and bang the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. Bye, y'all.